my god. Holy shit. Thank you, Wangless.
Wangles, what's up, man?
Wangless.
Wangles, and I kind of hope it's Wangless.
Why won't you let me start? Oh, chunky. Oh, fluffy chunk. I'm so scared. Chunk, 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 chunk. You want to say hi to the internet? Hello. Look at the camera. You gotta look. You gotta look right there. You gotta look. Okay. Keep that same energy. Got some good news for you guys. You like Assassin's Creed, right? You like the stabby guy? His stabby stabs? Guess what? There's another Assassin's Creed coming out real soon. I'm just kind of waking up this morning. After I had some coffee, I watched this guy, this Boss Logic person, do a time-lapse artwork of what I believe is the main artwork for the new Assassin's Creed game. As you can see his post here, he says, I had the opportunity to work on one of my favorite video game franchises this year, and I'm excited to finally share this with you. The official debut trailer for the new Assassin's Creed will drop worldwide tomorrow. Don't miss it. So, yeah, it was actually really awesome. It was about 6.5 hours or so, and they just played music from the game, I believe, and it was actually super relaxing to watch this Photoshop master. Like, he's so good at Photoshop. I want him to tell me how to do things better. Just like give me a hint. Just one crumb. So here's the actual image itself. And from this image, what can we get? We can see that on the left side of the image, it has, northern lights. It has a crow, obviously some Vikings and Viking ships. But I think that what this is teasing at, besides just the setting of it being in Northern Europe, is that there could be more supernatural elements of the game. Supernatural elements have kind of always been a backstory of Assassin's Creed. But you can see there, with the crow, is that, or, not a crow, is that a raven? Is that specifically Odin's raven? Is that a callback to the mythology? When you look at the warships and stuff like that, you really hope that there's good classic boat combat that came back. Assassin's Creed 4, I maxed out my ship and then just rolled around the seas trying to destroy everyone until I got in the legendary fights. Those are super hard, but it was super fun and just a part of the game that they didn't really need to make, and they did, and it was an excellent choice. So, and then in the center, obviously, you have a guy who has a nice ponytail going down and a beard, which is nicely, tied up. Why not just get a haircut at that point? Whatever. I'm not a Viking warrior. And, he's clearly has a badass axe going on like any Viking would. You gotta wonder, I'm looking and I don't see anything from the game like the Templar or the Assassin. I don't see any of their insignias. But maybe there's a hidden blade underneath one of those wrist bracelets or whatever you call those things. I don't really know where the actual assassin part of Assassin's Creed is going. It wasn't really there with Odyssey for me. But really the only thing that I see that's even remotely hinting to the fact that it could be Assassin's Creed is the fact that there is an Assassin's Creed logo on the axe. Besides that, I don't know. Doesn't seem very assassin-y. And then on the right side of the image, obviously there's a battle. You can see a Viking with his sweet hair. It's an awesome haircut right there. Going into battle with some kind of knight. I assume that it's assassins versus Templars, as it always is. There's some kind of building in the background that's on fire and getting plundered. It looks like there's different kinds of types of enemies. And really, this is just a small crumb. It's a small morsel of information. They did say that there's going to be something tomorrow at 8 a.m. Pacific time, so everything I'm talking about now is probably going to be just conjecture and it'll be super solidified, but I think this is a super unique way to announce your game to the world. And also, I think that I need a ponytail. I think I could do a front ponytail. Is that a thing? Does that exist? So I hope that this game has a lot of cool stuff that do callbacks to the first, second, third game, while also combining that, I guess also the fourth game with ship combat, and then combine it with the newer style of game, the RPG game, and they kind of come to a happy medium. I know that Assassin's Creed Odyssey got really grindy at the end, unless you were trying to pay to accelerate it. And, I don't want to get into a whole thing about my microtransactions, but they suck. Obviously, they suck ass. So let's hope that Ubisoft doesn't build that into the game as they're designing it, and that it just stays like this. And also, tell Ubisoft to bring back Splinter Cell now. You know who you are. I know that there's like millions of people watching this right now. CEO of Ubisoft, now stop what you're doing. Everyone get on Splinter Cell. I expect it in 3 days. You're gonna run out. You can run out of time on the watch I need to draw. Another game that I think is gonna kind of get swept under the rug and not really have that much attention paid to it that deserves it is this Microsoft's Gears Tactics. It seems like a kind of bizarre one-off game. It's not a full-on entry in Gears of War. There's been so many other Gears of Wars recently. You got like Gears 5 that just came out. You have the Ultimate Editions. You get all of them being announced on Game Pass. And it can kind of be overwhelming to just track what the hell is going on with Gears of War. I'm old, so I remember when the first one came out and I could handle it. I could wrap my little pea band around that. And there's like the second, and now there's like 7 or 8 of them. Like I stopped playing years ago. But here's why you should play this game. First of all, it's a turn-based strategy game in 2020. And it's Gears of War, so it already has like a very interesting human versus alien aspect in some of the stuff that it tries to do in the game. So, as I'm reading here, you can see some of the character screenshots and stuff like that, but I believe that it takes place before the original events of the first Gears of War, and the real reason that you guys should check it out is, well, one, it's on Microsoft Game Pass for PC, and I think it's like $1 to sign up for that shit. But also, two, it's a turn-based strategy game that plays just like XCOM, but like, maybe, okay, it's not quite as good as XCOM just because XCOM is the GOAT, right? Everyone knows that's just like perfect. Wow. But it's very interesting that Microsoft Game Studios, in their giant umbrella, that they actually try to do this, and I think that it's worth just trying to go support it and check it out. I've been seeing a lot of good positive reviews. I want to say that it's like mid-80s on the OpenCritic website, where it's averaging, better than most games. It's right around Final Fantasy VII Remake, and that's pretty goddamn good too. So go check it out. Go do yourself a favor. If you want some more good news about games that are coming out, Destroy All Humans, the remake. Invasion's on July 28th. So that's coming out, and THQ Nordic, with their endless Nordic money, they are going to put this back out. If any of you guys remember the original game from 2005, it was super dope. A very interesting setting. You're in 1950s US, and you're trying to basically start the alien invasion as... can't even really remember his name right now. It's been a while. It's been like a good 14 or 15 years since I played this, but it is also an excellent game, and I'm really hoping that the remake is good too. And I'll be looking for some reviews when they come out, so I'll let you guys know what the general reception is at that point in time. But I give it 1 and 2 thumbs up for my hype. Yeah, I think this will be good. Setting of it being in Northern Europe is that there could be more supernatural elements of the game. Supernatural elements have kind of always been a backstory of Assassin's Creed.
This is so much cancer
with the
that I
crow,
can feel the tumors growing on my
is that a
back.
raven? Is that
And it's way down heavy on me,
Raven?
and it's not okay.
Is that a callback?